Well, good morning, friends. Today we are staying at the Fairmont Hotel MacDonald here in Edmonton. This beautiful chateau property that you can see right behind me, and Sam and I are going to be sharing the experience with you so you know what to expect if you decide to visit Edmonton and stay at this very iconic place. This was our first time staying at a Fairmont property. We had previously visited some of the other Fairmont chateaus across Canada, either for hotel tours or afternoon tea, so we were pretty excited about actually spending the night. Also, I booked this as a little Babymoon to break up our Alberta trip, and we chose Edmonton because this is where Sam went to university and he hadn't been back in a very long time. But back to the hotel. The Fairmont Hotel MacDonald is a heritage property that dates back to 1915, and it's one of the many grand railway hotels you can find across Canada. The rise of these chateau hotels was closely tied to Canada's then expanding rail network, and the hotels were built to serve rail passengers traveling across the country in style. And fun fact, the Fairmont Hotel MacDonald is named after Canada's first Prime Minister, Sir John A. Macdonald, and it is nicknamed the Mac. This is Edmonton's most luxurious hotel, and it has 198 guest rooms that have an understated elegance with a contemporary touch. I booked the Fairmont 1 King room with city views, though that being said, the views weren't that impressive, and I'd probably opt for views of Edmonton's River Valley if I had to do it over again. This room had one very small narrow window, so it was a little bit dark. The bathroom was wonderful, fully renovated and very bright. It had a glass walk-in rain shower with Le Labo shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel. Le Labo is a perfumery with fine fragrances, and here at the hotel they had the scent Rose 31, and it smelled so good. And then it was time to put on our bathrobes and activate vacation mode. Alrighty, looking for our bathrobes. Here we have them. It is pool time. Pool time. Pool time. Alrighty, so the robes are on.
Robed up, ready to go.
Ready to go for a swim. This is the side profile.
Yeah.
I could barely get into my bathing suit, haven't worn it since Japan.
This is the first time she's ever had a bigger belly than me, and by quite a bit too. So.
Oh my gosh.
What's going on?
So let's go swimming. Let's go downstairs.
Let's go down.
Pool time. We then made our way down to the fitness center and pool area, and we decided to focus on the pool. The Fairmont Hotel MacDonald has a 40-foot saline swimming pool, and that's one of the reasons why I booked the hotel. I was looking and feeling pretty pregnant at this point in the third trimester, and the idea of just floating around and relaxing was pretty enticing. It's a nice pool. Salt water.
Such a nice pool. And I love the glowing lights.
It's so relaxing between the music and the mood lighting. I also wanted to try the whirlpool, but that was a little too hot for me and baby girl. That's a real hot tub. It feels like, I don't know, I'm going into a pot of soup.
You can film it now.
So I'm just sitting on a step. I'm keeping the belly out of the tub. I'm calling Sam the lobster, but look at me. I am so red. So red.
You're the lobster.
Oh my gosh, I'm the lobster.
I'm not the lobster, you're the lobster. I'm loving it now. It's warm going in, but it reminds me of some of the hot tubs we went to in Japan.
Oh,
can get really
the onsen.
Yes, the
yes.
onsen. That's what I mean, the onsen, not the hot tubs. Some of them were, you did feel like you were being boiled alive a little bit, but then you get used to it and then it feels great.
Yeah.
And then when you go back in the cold water, it's even better. It's like that contrast between the cold and hot. And they say that's really healthy, you know, alternating between the polar plunges and the boiling hot cauldron. So
We'll try it. I am sweating and I've only got half my body in here, so.
yeah.
Alrighty, so here we are. We just got back from the pool, feeling relaxed, refreshed. Did my hair, threw on a little bit of makeup, and we're gonna go for canapes here. We're on the gold floor, we're on the 7th floor. So starting at 5 p.m, apparently they have some nice little hors d'oeuvres and snacks. So we're gonna head over for that, and I'll show you the bump. Bump is looking like this in the dress, she is hungry, so let's go feed her.
Ready?
He's ready.
Brought my appetite too.
Let's go feed him.
But I think baby's more hungry.
Baby's more hungry.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
We stayed on the 7th floor, or the gold floor, which is often referred to as a hotel within a hotel experience. The gold floor is a private floor with its own reception desk for check-in, concierge service, and access to a private lounge where you get your continental breakfast, evening canapes, all-day tea and coffee, and an honor bar, which means you do have to pay for any drinks you pour yourself. We were feeling pretty hungry after a busy day of travel and an afternoon at the pool, so we were pleasantly surprised by the canapes. It honestly felt like a buffet. There was a nice assortment of mini sandwiches, deli meats, cheeses, fresh vegetables, dips, shrimps, and these little bites of tortilla chips with tuna.
So we've got a nice assortment of food here.
We sure do.
Wow.
Sandwiches, chicken wings,
Yep.
coleslaw, deli meats, veggies.
They're just bringing more stuff too. Really impressed.
Shrimp?
Really impressed with the variety so far of the menu.
I feel like these canapes are gonna be our dinner. They're so tasty.
Yes.
This is my first course. Alrighty, so we are out for a little evening stroll, going to enjoy the sunset here. There's actually a beautiful terrace that has views of the North Saskatchewan River just over there right behind me. I think we're actually going to try going down to one of the lookout points, but check out how beautiful the hotel looks behind me. Looks like a proper chateau right there, giving you the 360, so you get a sense of the setting. And yeah, there's a restaurant out here. It's the middle of summer, so they have a beautiful courtyard, people dining al fresco, and lots of flowers in bloom. So yeah, a nice little spot here. Really glad we decided to book this place and kind of have a chill day of relaxation in between all the sightseeing that we've been doing on this little adventure across Alberta. So yeah, here we are. Check that out. So just behind the hotel, there is a funicular that brings us down the hill to the North Saskatchewan River.
Tell you what, they didn't have it when I lived here.
Uh-huh.
So this is one of the fancy new upgrades of the city.
There you
Gotta
go.
love it. We can save our legs and enjoy more walking down by the riverside.
Nice. Alrighty, good morning. It is the next day. I slept very, very well. So now we are heading off to breakfast bright and early. It is currently 7 a.m. and that's when they start serving breakfast here in the Gold Lounge. So we're gonna head over and see what's available on this buffet. Breakfast at the Fairmont Hotel MacDonald was delicious. Again, like with the canapes the evening prior, it was buffet style. They had a variety of granola and cereals, breads and pastries, fresh fruits, and my favorite, smoked salmon. There was also a hot section with scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, roasted potatoes, and French toast, which we proceeded to soak with maple syrup. A true Canadian breakfast. I would say breakfast was more of a brunch, abundant enough to hit the ground running and have an active day of sightseeing around Edmonton. A wonderful, varied breakfast this morning. This is my first course, guys. I'm going back up again. But smoked salmon, fresh fruit, pineapples, strawberries, cantaloupe, potatoes, bacon, egg. Hello.
Yeah, what's missing? We didn't even tap into the pastries, but I think the reason that we're going out for seconds, especially for me, is that there's French toast and bacon.
Yes.
I'm gonna put a little bit of maple syrup on that. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Yum. So yeah, I'm starting off with a more savory option. And well, half your plate is fruit. Cappuccino there, nice. I love fresh fruit in the morning. I'm tempted to have a bowl of granola with yogurt and fruit on top. That's usually my daily breakfast. And I never get tired of it, so.
Well, here I am lounging like a lizard in the mezzanine. And I have to say, this is my favorite place here in the hotel. Not only is it a comfortable place to relax, there's a lot of places to sit. There's couches, there's tables. There's also a couple conference rooms. But my favorite part about this particular floor is the photographs showing the construction of the hotel and how it was the first and most prominent building built here in what is now the downtown section of Edmonton. So it's fascinating to see that this was really the only building that stood out from the North Saskatchewan River. They took photos from that vantage point of the earliest bridges, and the only really building that stood out was this one. So it must have been incredible to be in Edmonton back in that time and to be walking down at river level and looking up and seeing this incredible piece of architecture built here in Edmonton. Yeah, a fascinating historic building that has been the OG building of Edmonton's downtown core.
Lastly, I'll say that staying at a Fairmont hotel is a bit of a splurge. However, they do have special offers throughout the year. We made use of their Alberta resident rate, which gives you 15% off. However, there are other promos you can take advantage of even if you're not a resident. And if you collect Accor Live Limitless points, you can book a stay that way. Alrighty guys, so that concludes our stay at the Fairmont Hotel MacDonald here in Edmonton. A beautiful chateau hotel overlooking the North Saskatchewan River. It's just a beautiful, iconic property, and we had a really nice time. Our day here flew by, and I think we're leaving feeling more relaxed and ready to sightsee, ready to start this next leg of our trip.
Yes, it was a great way of for me to get reacquainted with Edmonton, because I haven't been back here in well over a decade. And it was fascinating to come back and just like pamper myself right away.
Yes. You know? And you know what? It's very difficult to pamper Samuel.
That's true.
He normally doesn't need fancy hotels or anything of the sort. So yeah, this was a nice little treat, a nice little experience for sure.
Pure luxury. And just so relaxing, so comfortable, such attentive service. I should mention that as well. The staff here are just amazing. And every part that we got to interact with staff, whether it be lounging at the pool or going to have our canapes or breakfast. Yeah. It was just a very comfortable place to stay, and yeah, I would recommend coming here in a heartbeat.
Yes.
It's definitely an experience to be had.
And you know what's also really fun? There are so many different Fairmont properties all across Canada, especially if you're doing a big train trip across the country. Yeah. You can stop off. Like some of the more iconic ones are the Chateau Frontenac in Quebec City. You've also got a Fairmont property in Toronto. You've got them in Banff, in Lake Louise. You've got one in Calgary. So, yeah. You've got them in Vancouver and in Victoria.
If you're into staying at historic hotels, you can just check them off as you head across the country from west to east or vice versa.
Yeah. So now I think it would be like a fun travel goal to check out different chateau hotels across Canada. So maybe that's something that we can do.
That's for sure.
So we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you enjoyed this hotel stay. And if you like the video, we invite you to give it a like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you soon with more adventures from Alberta, Canada.
Indeed.
Ta-ta. Ta-ta.